Hello, my name is Joseph Powers. I'm an assistant principal for the Huntington Beach Union High School District at Marina High School. We'd like to share some important information with you. In the month of October, we do our great ShakeOut, where we participate schools and businesses in regards to earthquake preparedness. Well, this year with the pandemic, we don't have students on campus as we traditionally do, so we thought we'd do it a little differently this year. This year, parents, we'd like to incorporate you in helping us prepare for an earthquake. Now, I got to tell you, your students are great. They really know how to respond for an earthquake when at school. We've been practicing it for years, and they do a good job. They know to drop, cover, and hold. When we need to evacuate, they all go out. We go to a safe location on campus. They're great. What we'd like to do now is actually give you an opportunity to practice that at home and do some things that you can do at home to help prepare yourself. Now, all the information I'm going to be providing is actually available at ShakeOut.org website, where it has a lot of information for how to respond, what to do in the event of an earthquake, how to look for your gas, utilities, different things, as well as things to do before and during and after an earthquake. So what I'd like to talk to you today about is just briefly some things you can do before an earthquake. And one is talking to your kids. Have a conversation about when it happens, if not if, but when. What can you do to be prepared? Having a place that if you're unable to go back home, if you're not at home and you're out, having a location that you can meet someplace. Everybody knows where it is, everybody knows where to go and is able to get there. If it's a relative's house, family, friend, somebody that you really know and trust, have them go to that place. Another thing you can do is start preparing by collecting food and water, just supplies. Again, we're not talking about going and getting a whole supply list. Just little by little as you can prepare. The more you prepare, the better you'll be. Now let's talk a little bit about when it happens. And again, everything I'm going to be sharing, you can find on the website, shakeout.org. But if it's during the nighttime and you're in bed, go ahead and stay in bed. Just cover the back of your neck and head. Hold that until the earth stops shaking. Then go ahead and, when safe, evacuate. Now, don't ever try and run out when the ground is moving, especially going outside, because roof stuff, wires, things on top of the building could fall down and hit you, and you don't want to get injured that way. Likewise, we used to think standing in a doorway was a good idea. Well, unfortunately, when the ground is shaking, the door can swing and hit you and knock you over. Could even really hurt you bad. So if you're in the middle of the room, you can go down to the ground, drop, cover, and hold until it stops shaking, then get up and move. If you're in bed, you can stay on your bed, just stay on your stomach and cover your back of the head and neck. Again, that's some vital parts that you always want to try and protect. When the earth stops shaking, you can get up. Now, if you're in your bed and you want to get out, you can go down to the side, use your bed as a way of protecting yourself. It creates a safe zone right next to the furniture or your bed. That way, if stuff's falling down, it's going to hit here, and it acts kind of as a buffer for you. Again, it's just a layer that may assist you. Again, if you're in bed, you can stay there. If you feel a little more safer going down to the ground next to your bed, you can do that. Likewise, if you're in the living room and there's furniture there, if you want to get right on the ground, that's fine too. Use the furniture as a place. These are areas that it's going to hit and stop at instead of coming down to you. Again, it creates a safe place. Same thing with behind it. Just using furniture as a safe zone. Again, you want to keep yourself safe when you do these things, when you can do it in a safe way. Likewise, especially like bookshelves, dressers, stuff like that, you want to make sure that furniture doesn't accidentally fall on you. You want to try and tie them down to the ground, to the wall. There's straps, you can get brackets. The more you anchor those, when the walls are shaking, it's going to stay with the wall instead of knock over and hit you. Same thing with mirrors, pictures, stuff like that. You want to make sure they're anchored. Again, we're expecting a really big earthquake, and if it's really big, all these things will get tossed across the room, and you don't want it flying and hitting you or hitting anybody. again, is trying to keep yourself as safe as possible by doing little things, by anchoring them, making sure whatever you have is well secured to the wall, it's going to stay there. At school, what we do, we climb under a table, desks, things where you can get and use that as a protective area. Things are going to hit the top of it, not you. Again, the more you can do these things, the better you're going to be, the safer you're going to be. Again, all of these things are at shakeout.org. Go ahead and check it out. It's great information. There's a lot of information there for families, for kids. It helps them understand what's happening in the process, why things are moving, what's going on. The more information you know, the better. So we want you to be safe. We know with information is power. So please check it out. Stay safe. We miss you at school. We want you back.